waters low, the map is torn. We march through frost where dreams are worn. Who was I before this night? A shadow whispers out of sight. The dice they tumble, the world rewinds. Will we find ourselves or lose our minds? Roll the dice, let it spin. Who am I beneath my skin? Monsters lurk in icy air, but we'll find us there. A crack of ice, a sudden scream. A thread of memory like a dream. I see a face, it feels like mine, but it's fading, slipping through time. The wind, it hums a haunted tune under the gaze of a frozen moon. Do I fight? Do I flee? Or will the dice decide for me? Roll the dice, let it spin. Who am I beneath my skin? Monsters lurk in icy air, but we'll find us there.
Welcome everybody to our beautiful story that we're going to be sharing with all of you guys. Hopefully you are excited as much as we are. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a little traumatic, so trigger warning, there might be some things that happen in this that might scare, intimidate, make you play on fear, which you might not enjoy. But if you do, welcome. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm here with a few of my friends, and we're going to be playing a homebrew style D&D campaign. We have Articus, who's played by Norse. We have Devani, who's played by Darian. Tilda, who's played by Echos. Willow, who is played by Tifcre. And Faust, who is played by Elotromariachi. Now, I will say, if we are having a tough time because it is difficult doing this over Discord and everything, if we have something to say, we're using a hand method. We're going to go ahead and be muted unless called upon. So, to add something right away, you will see the players raise all 5 fingers. If they have something to add to the campaign that you can call on soon, 2 fingers. Super sweet, simple, kind of straight to the point. If you hear us saying pause or hey, timeout, that means we have like a small little emergency that we have to address right away. But don't worry, you'll see this quick little cut and we'll be right back at it. Now, we do have something kind of exciting, and that is called the beauty of ads.
For our very first sponsor, we are wanted to giving a major thank you and shout out to Shark Robot. Unleash your fandom with Shark Robot, the ultimate destination for standout hoodies, tees, game maps, plushies, pop figures, and more. Crafted for gamers, collectors, and creators who want to wear their passion and to deck out their space with style. Level up your new look and your collection with exclusive designs you won't find anywhere else. Dive in now and make your fandom roar. Want more casual, edgy, or professional? Just let them know. So thank you, Shark Robot.
Would like to thank another very important sponsor. Because of this, a lot of this would not be possible. So thank you, D&D Beyond. Step into the world of adventure with D&D Beyond, your all-in-one digital toolkit for Dungeons & Dragons miniature creation Access rulebooks, tracking campaigns, and roll dice with these. It is a very easy way for you and your friends, especially if you are 5 miles away or 1,000 or more, to come together and play video games just like we're doing today. In the land of Brightville, the world is casted out into years of emotional and physical turmoil. Now, there is a war that has been going on between Emberborn, the strong, the mighty, where you can find giants, thieflings, lizard folk, everything that is not Grey Warden, which is man, gnome, humanoid, have been clashing to fight over who should be in charge of this area. One fights for a general everyone. Another one fights for we are the stronger, so we should have the most. Now, in this moment, it is night, fire crackling, a chieftain standing on one of the tables, looking out to his men. This man standing tall, strong, fierce, with a very stern look on his face, dark skin, long beard, with leather that straps his body, and 2 beautifully decorated swords on his hips. He looks out at him and says,
Men, tomorrow there will be an attack on Dawn, and we will plan to go and deliver our attack soon.
very simple, doesn't have to say a lot of words, doesn't really need them. All the other orcs and giants that are around stand and they just nod and approve.
I will have my war chief take point and push the center line while you go, and you're going to flank left and you're going to move right.
And he looks down at his warlord and say,
You will make the main push.
and in this time he is gesturing to Tilda. So Tilda, in this moment, can you describe what your character looks like to everyone?
In this moment, standing around chieftain is the right hand and other warlords getting ready for plans battle in the morning. Standing a tall lathe build, 7'2". Hilda the orc gives off the presence of a seasoned warrior. Stiff back and long stride, quick wandering eyes, the waiting present nature of just a pure soldier. Still in her prime, but calm demeanor, quiet. Red long hair falls in curls over muscled shoulders covered in scars of war times past. Light leather, tight-fit clothing covers most of her skin, covered in scars. With a few bits of metal plates here and there, old habits of comfort but well kept. Underclothes stained red and pink from too many days of blood splatter and steps through gore. Hilda gives off a calm, relaxed presence, even in wartime, albeit a tired one. Giant great axe strapped to her back and a small smile on her face. Deep green skin littered throughout with scars of experience. One large, deep gash dragged through her left arm, deep with story. The only off thing about her appearance, pale pink eyes, being the only small sign of other possible lineage besides Orcish clan bloodlines. She stands confidently, ready to take and give out orders to the chieftain's side.
Chieftain smiles at you and hops down off of his table with a mighty thud. Takes a few steps over, leaning his hand on one of the giants there, saying,
Remember, this fight is not just for our land, but for the spoils, for our honor, our survival, a legacy of our people. We will stand strong.
and he will look to his right, and he will see Articus, who he has planted his shoulder on. So, Articus, at this time, can you go ahead and explain what your character looks like?
Articus is no small man. He's humanoid. He's a Goliath. He is 8 feet tall. Built like, well, a wall. He has blue and gray skin. This dark brown hair with gray throughout it. Among that, his stature is tall and firm. He's known as the Shield for the War Chieftain. He is his personal cleric, his confidant, his aide. His armor is that of leather and black, with fur on the shoulders and feathers on top of that. To bring it all in, he has this piercing green emerald eyes. He's not really one of much to go too crazy at these types of functions, because while he's there, he is having to be observant to keep watch over the war chieftain. So he doesn't necessarily partake into anything really there. He has a demeanor of calm and at times can be cold. But he only wants what's best for those around him, and that he cares for deeply.
I like that. I like that a lot.
That's Articus.
It's perfect. Beautiful. All right. The chieftain looks out at everyone standing there, eager, waiting to hear what happens next. I need Tilda and Articus to do a precipitation check. Precipitation, isn't that water? Word.
Perception.
That's it. Perception check. Thank you.
Dirty 20.
You got all of it. All of it. DC 12 is the difficulty. Articus, if you are looking on D&D Beyond, it would be in that, it's in the middle category, and then you just click the modifier that you have there, and it should roll for you. Dirty 20, huh? I mean, it's going to go based off of both of you guys, so it's going to be great.
All right. You said perception, correct?
Yeah.
Second. Oh, that is persuasion. The right one. Got a 14.
Okay. All right. Articus, you hear a faint thud hit the ground. It's to your left. It's a little bit out of the way, just past Tilda. Now, Tilda, you heard a thud, and you look over there, and you can see that there is an arrow sitting out of the ground. And you can also tell by this arrow, by the fletching that it's sitting on, this is Elven. So someone just took an arrow shot at you guys, and from the direction it came from, off in the distance, there is a tree line. It's about 50 feet away from you guys. Is there anything that you would want to do in this moment? Go ahead.
50 feet into the tree line?
50 feet till the tree line. Now you notice this. Like, you know what it is, where it came from.
I would want to roll perception check to see if I can see if it's only one or more, because I have a dark vision of 120 feet.
Oh. Okay.
See if it's just one or if there's a small army out there or not.
Go ahead and roll. 15. You look back and you look at the trees and you kind of squint your eyes just a little bit, being completely night. The only light that you have are the torches and the fire that's kind of in front of you and some stars up above. But you can see past the trees that there is a litter of elves lining this tree line. And that one shot was from an archer up front, and all the other archers, you can see him in the back pulling and drawing, getting ready to let loose. Go ahead. No, go ahead. That is what you see.
On seeing that there is more than just one, my immediate reaction standing next to the chieftain is to not scream, but loudly announce ambush. All the warriors directly around us and to the chieftain, and pull out my great axe.
Mm-hmm.
That feels like go time.
Articus, go ahead.
All right, so as this is going on, and I've heard the thud, so I'm noticing what she's seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as I can't see out there. As soon as she yells ambush, I would like to cast Sanctuary on her, since she's the first one right there in sight of everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. And that would give me, let's see. I think it runs for 1 minute.
Mm-hmm. So it'd be 6 turns. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That would burn up a spell slot for me, but I would like to place that on her. And then I will pull my shield up, grab my mace, find the war chief.
The war chief is literally right next to you. He had his hand on your shoulder. Yes.
The whole time?
Yep.
All right. Then essentially I will make sure that he keeps his hand on me, and I will pull him back to further from the view of any kind of opening right there.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully have somebody there to help guard him, so that I can keep eyes on Tilda at the same time.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Tilda alerted everyone, saying ambush. Now, not everybody was quick. Not everybody heard it right away, but they did start to come together. and they're coming up and aligning next to Tilda, the chieftain, and then right behind them is standing Articus with his shield. This volley lets loose, and you can see it coming through the sky to where the stars start to disappear. A rain of arrows are about to come down, and you hear that chieftain just yell,
Shield!
and every giant in that little group out there getting ready for that main push put their shields up over the other orcs, tieflings, and everyone who is in that little cluster just to cover them. And you hear thud 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 thud, and no one was hurt out of that group because everyone was so like tight in their little cluster. And you hear someone behind you yell, "Return!" As two very large ballista bolts fly past you guys while you're standing with these shields, holding on, standing in cover. These ballista bolts go so low and so loud that they almost lift the shields out of people's hands from so much force, and they go flying into the woods, splintering and taking out 10, 15 of these elves with ease. The war chief looks at Tilda and says,
We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here now.
"So Tilda, if the war chief said that, what would you want to do?"
I acknowledge the order. I'm still gonna look again after the ballista shot, and there was a small group about. I want to try and see how many I can. Are they retreating? Are they still kind of waiting there, prime for attack? Are there more? I want to do like a secondary glance.
Okay. Go
See
ahead.
what I see.
Go ahead.
17.
All right. So, from underneath the shield, you take a look over at the tree line. You can see that the left side is almost completely gone. There is parts of that ballista that splintered off, hit the ground, and parts of the wood bounced, spearing some of these elves to the trees like it's like a Christmas tree, just dangling in all sections. The right side still standing strong. With a 17, in this moment, you see something above the trees. Something that wasn't there before. It must have showed up after the volley. And it's just kind of floating there. And it's looking right at your group. But it's you can't make out exactly what it is. It's almost like a dot, but it's coming closer, but it feels like it's staying away. Like you want to focus, but it's while you're looking at it, it's just a haze. All of a sudden, while you're trying to stare, here comes more of the shadow. Another volley. Flying in towards you guys.
So is this my reaction?
Mm-hmm.
There's still a whole section of army waiting there.
Mm-hmm.
Roughly ish. How big of a group are we in this general area and command?
In your small
Charlie.
area right now, you have about 25, and then you have 5 who are mounted on each of the ballistas, so that's 10 in the back, who are trying to provide return volleys So overall, you have 35.
I'm gonna give out orders.
Mm-hmm.
Closest 10 with me. The rest take the chieftain and back up. Not necessarily retreat, but back up out of volley range of the rangers, and 10 closest with me.
Okay.
And Norse, apologies. Articus, I wouldn't know your name. Essentially, you stay with him. You stay on the chief. Move him back.
Yes,
Take him
ma'am.
back there. So orders are going out. Front 10 with me. The rest of you take him and back. We don't know what's there.
Okay.
Not necessarily going to
Warren?
advance,
Mhm.
but just to separate the chieftain.
What's
away.
the distance? How far back are we having to go from Hilda further back to get them out of the volley range?
When they were firing, they were almost hitting, but they were slowly approaching through the woods, trying to get closer hits. So right now, you guys are within volley range.
Okay. And all right, so then I would help usher people back, keep that shield up, make sure to correlate with other Goliaths and giants or whoever is around that do have shields to essentially have that shield wall and have those who are not of a warrior or importance behind us protected. And I still have that wall kind of in front of me.
Mhm.
So that we can at least keep the chieftain okay, and I still have sights on Tilda.
Okay. So, Tilda, as you're moving up with these 10 men, this volley coming in, you're trying to stand there and you guys have shields just being ready, and you hear a thud. This didn't sound like an arrow hitting ground. You look to your left and your friend, your orc friend that you have made, Stoneman, has taken an arrow to the lower abdomen. And it's deep. Like it went almost through. Just part of the fletching is sticking out. And at this moment, everyone can technically see this little light up in the sky. This little thing that you weren't able to make out. And it looks like it reaches and this little spark happens. And you feel the earth shake. Something's happening. You're not quite sure what it is, but right next to the chieftain is this long spike that comes out of the ground, going through his chest, his feet coming off of the ground. And then it goes back into the earth. You're not sure where the spike went, but you have a feeling you know what was responsible for this. As he lays on the ground, screaming in pain, he reaches up and reaches underneath his leather armor, his arms shaking, covered in blood, trying to remove his necklace of teeth that he carries as his prize of chieftain, and he hands it to Norse and says,
Give it to Tilda.
and now we're going to go to the other side of the field. Are you guys liking it so far?
Fuck. Holy crap.
Oh
The
my
build
god!
again.
What do you mean we gotta
It
go to the other
is.
side of the field?
It
No,
is.
no,
Oh,
we gotta go.
it's
We gotta go
it
back.
is. It's
We're on the other side of the field
what-
now.
How dare you? You cliffhanger the audience.
Oh, did I?
How dare you?
Did I? So we're going to the other side of the field. It's still dark. Again, sounds of shield weapons hitting. A loud crack sound off in the distance. A group of elves standing there, looking from their camp, thinking about what they should do next. And they're very curious. There's a tiefling walking up towards their camp carrying a bag. And there's some, looks like helpers behind them. Elf walks down and says, "What are you doing, you tiefling?" Darian, or Avani? Guys, it's episode 1. We're gonna mess up a lot. Get used to it. In this moment, can you
okay.
describe your person for everybody who's at home? What you look like?
Sure. So Avani Terracotta, she's a tiefling. She has sun-kissed complexion.
Mm-hmm.
She has lots of freckles all over her face, her shoulders, her arms. Whenever the sun would touch or the heat would be where the skin would be exposed to heat, she would have those freckles and skin markings. She's wearing linen and cotton clothes. She's a worker. She's got muscular arms, but not over muscular, but she's got shape, as in somebody that works a lot with the arms. She's not very tall, she's not very short. She's 5'7", and she's got horns too that go from like her ash color towards a darker color. Her hair is wild and ash in color as well. They are complementing to her glowy yellow eyes. So she's looking pretty lively. She's doing her job. It's just one more task. And she has this heavy cargo with her. So she gently moves to the side, puts him on the ground, and her clothes have stains, many stains of dirt. She smells like dirt and ash and herbs like white tea. And when she opens her stash she starts picking up containers made of clay. So these containers seem to have herbs or grains and supplies for the current camp that she and the other workers are providing for. So she was hired to do that. And as the elf approaches, she stops what she's doing and looks at them. Cleaning some of the dust from her face, eventually staining her face with some of the clay dust that is on her hands, and she goes, "You want food and herbs for your medicine, so I am bringing them and I am unloading them. And I guess you're too busy to do that, so I am doing it for you.
Elf.
So, excuse me?
Elf would stand there,
Yes.
putting their hand out in front of you, saying, "No, why is there a tiefling coming into our area?" Pretty much he is calling you out because you're not going to the Everborn. You went to the Grey Warden, which is humanoid, which is man, elf, gnome, dwarf, when tieflings are known to be over at the Emberborn.
If you look at me beyond the shape of my body, you will notice I have clothes in material of the monks from the village that is not so far from here and has the best containers for your food. So that's why I am here. I'm from the village. You hired me. That's all that is.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Sure. Okay. Was almost 19 and then became a natural one.
I really want to input the sound wah wah wah. Well, we'll find out later if that's there, guys. Elf keeps his hand in front of you and he puts his hand on his side, getting ready to draw his weapon, and looks at you and go, "We didn't hire you." Another bigger elf and a man comes up behind and just shouts, "We did," and walks up and takes the bag that you set on the ground and just leaves some coin in a bag at your feet and tells you to leave. As you see a few of the elves going down the hill off to your right, going the path that you just came.
Uh-huh. So I remember that if you do not break the containers, you will get a discount for returning the containers next time. So I highly suggest to keep them empty. And if you guys are not familiar with me, I come tomorrow for the empty containers to have them filled back in the village. Just as a heads up. I'm gonna take my leave, and I get the pouch with the gold, and I say, "I appreciate your payment. It is noted. Next week, same time, same schedule, no difference."
And Avani,
I take my leave now.
just so you know, you have 35 gold in there.
Okay.
All right. Now we're going to go away from this section to the far section on the edge of the forest, where it's nice. This one's going to be different. This is someone's home. This is where we're going to be able to look and see how they live. It won't be, this is what's currently going on. So, Willow, would you like to describe your home for us?
I can. I live in an abandoned apothecary taken over by runes in the forest that have just taken home and overgrown over time. The walls creep, they ache, but not out of sorrow or something emptying. It's constantly growing, taking over the shelves, beautiful flowers, ivy, moss, you name it, you see it. It's beautiful. It glows and spores are actively everywhere. As much as the runes in the forest are taking hold, it is becoming one in an environment. The home is very eerie, but somehow so welcoming. It has an eeriness that will deter strangers, but it's absolutely something Willow has taken to and has never known any different.
Okay. And now, can you describe what you look like as you are now? Okay.
So Willow is a tiefling druid, known as the caretaker of the Forgotten Woods for those who have seldomly possibly seen her. Her build is about an hourglass shape, almost ethereal in posture, but steady and sharp-eyed. She's 5'2". She appears to be in her late 30s, though time feels uncertain, though she could be older than she knows. Her eyes are a malachite green, softly luminescent, the kind of gaze that feels older than and more tired than she probably admits. Her hair is malachite green as well. It's got tied into a messy bun that has small sweeps of bangs that fall to the side of her shaved sides of her head as well. Skin is porcelain pale with faintly black fingertips that glow softly when she channels her magic. Makeup is so soft, slept in gothic style. Black lip. Her horns are a Oni style short style horn with a long and thin smooth tail that has a sheen of green in the correct moonlight. Her tone is quiet voice that feels both gentle and ancient, carrying the weight of many winters. Her clothes, Willow's attire exudes a haunting elegance, striking a balance between goth and regal. A trailing smell of lemongrass carries with her. Her open back top drapes in a layered black and mist gray fabrics, soft and flowing like a fog over the graves. A deep V neckline hangs past her navel, revealing fitted soft leather corsets, more protective than decorative, that dust off existing spores that trail behind her as well. Her top, it does unfold into a hood that drapes forward rather than back for flexibility as she sees fit. Along her fit, that she has bones, moss, and other just little things that she's picked up that's grown on her. That chime softly as she moves. Her dress is weather worn. At one part, there's a high hip for movement, layered and frayed. Stockings and small straps binding darker hides trail loosely to her thighs and boots. Boots are knee-highs, leather worn smooth by the years of the wilds. Remnants of fresh spores dust off with each step behind her as well. Her gloves are up to her forearms, cupping her palms, but her fingertips, even though they are black, still visible.
Very, very nice. In this moment, you're walking around your little cottage and you notice a plant that you really want, and you want to collect the leaves off of there because you recognize this. Go ahead and give me a nature roll.
Nature roll.
You
got-
immediately 24. You
24.
immediately know this plant is something called the leaf of whispers, and there's 2 leaves on there. So I need you to do a DC 12 nature or arcana. It's your choice. And you can roll twice.
Nature or arcana?
Nature or arcana, which I've Jesus. You know what? Okay. Well, you get those right away. You pluck those with ease. Absolutely no issue.
My time.
You take those and you put those in your little satchel bag, and then you hear a little squeaking coming around the corner. Just a little bop of a shadow. And this is the little companion of Willow hops up on her shoulder. If you want to go and explain your companion.
I can. This is Domino, my ferret companion. He's actually a black sable ferret. He's just a little guy. He's at least an adult, maybe 2 years old. Very mischievous of nature, long, cylindrical, flexible body, little Pete. Um, Black, curious eyes, even though he's unburdened, very, very unburdened. He has a short coat, that's black but very dull in nature, almost void-like. Um, he's gentle and quiet, minus soft barks, almost like fox barks. Um, he has 5 white spots, 2 on his ears, 1 over his left eye, and tiny little socks. Mm. He may be sleek and soft with satin, but he disappears into the void so easily for how pitch black he is, minus his little white spots. Um, let me see what's that. He moves like a dart, smoke and darting and weaving through the forest as he sees fit. Most of the time, he'll be trailing underneath my skirt, or as he can gets his upsies, and he'll be hiding like right here in the void of my neck. He prefers to stay warm and cuddle up close. Curious but blissful, empty and unburdened. Domino is mostly quiet, minus when he gets himself into mischief.
So Domino hopping up on the shoulder, curling into the little hood compartment. Just laying there feeling chunky because he found some bugs and he was very happy. So, nice, calm evening. Now, we're going to go somewhere that's less calm. Almost a good chunk of ways to where they are not worried about war, they're not worried about fighting. And you hear from outside of a tavern a flute being played and singing, and people hooping, hollering, drinking, telling horrible jokes. You look inside, and here we will find Faust sitting on a stool. Faust, if you want to explain your character of how you look now.
Very gladly. His name is Faust Moonridge. He's a satyr. He's about 5'7". His lower goat half, he has sturdy hooved feet that are well worn from constant travel. They are this midnight blue hue with specks of white that it almost looks like a nebula with stars. Same for his horns, which come out of his forehead, curl up, back, and around, except at the very tips of his horns, they have bright, vibrant yellow, almost kind of a goldish yellow, and they're well worn. He usually fondles them, kind of strokes them when he's thinking, and he's in his head and he's trying to get something going in his mind to try to figure out a lyric or some type of creation he wants to make. He usually is, that's what he's doing when he's thinking. As for his skin, once you go up, his furry hindquarters are a dark onyx black, very shaggy, but he keeps it well kept. Up above, he is very tan, spending so much time on the road and having such wonderful time with his fellow troop. You will see smile lines and crow's feet from just the good times that he tries to bring wherever he goes with his with his troop. He has thick, shaggy black hair, a mop top of onyx that is just everywhere. You can usually see wild flowers that he'll pick up off the ground on his travels and just put them in. He has these goat eyes where the color is emerald green with flecks of gold, as if somebody got a paintbrush and flicked it into his eyes as he was being brought into the world. He has a neatly trimmed goatee. Also, something he does, he'll be stroking his chin, just kind of pulling it down, caught in thought, just admiring everything in the world. He wears a midnight blue kilt that is speckled with this very wistful image of a starry night in the horizon, where it's this very wistful style where you're not sure what everything is, but if you kind of unfocus your eyes, you see that it's just this beautiful landscape of a moonlit night with stars and low fog, all on his kilt. Matches the vest that he is also wearing, with a white grayish type blouse with kind of ruffles on the shoulders, the kind of loose sleeves, and then collar. And he has a crescent moon necklace that he's always wearing that holds his art supplies, his musical instruments. He has 2 dangling earrings coming off of one on each ear. One's a feathered quill, the other's a notebook. And he is always happy, has a very unserious look about him, and there are 2 daggers always at his hips, at the ready if need be. We'll see if he needs them.
And so, you finish playing your instrument. It is the end of the night. Some of the people are getting ready to leave, and the bartender leans up against the counter and goes, "How do you do that? How do you get so many people to smile and feel whatever it is that you do?" He's just tapping on the counter repeatedly, waiting for an answer, being impatient.
Well, to tell you the truth, it's recognizing that life has sorrow. But in that means it also has happiness. You have to find both and realize that both are a part of life. And when that happens, you can bring people together from loss, but make them smile with memories of the happier times. It's that simple.
He's gonna sit there and keep tapping and go, "I don't know what you just said, but I like the way you said it. So here you go." And he's just gonna put a 10 coin up on the counter, and then offer you a drink as well. Just as a thank you.
Of course, thank you. He takes some of the coin. About how much coin did he?
10 coin from him, and then you also got 11 coins in tips.
Gotcha. He'll take that, and then, just because he knows, being like a patron of the arts, businesses, you kind of got to give back, because this venue, they could have easily kicked him out. So he'll take 2 of those coins. Are they gold, silver?
Gold.
Gold. He'll take 2 gold coins, put it back, and then just leave it on the counter for the barkeep, and then takes a big gulp of whatever was in the drink.
A big gulp. A big gulp, huh? All right. Give me a constitution check.
Let's see. $22.
Oh. You said a big gulp. But you recognize this. This smells kind of like an alcohol that you had before. And then it hits you. You're doing good. You're still standing. But this guy is trying to brew a new type of drink, and you were the first one to try it. He's gonna sit back and just watch as you slam this. You feel it? It hits you like someone just picked a brick up and smacked you in the face and said that you owe him money. And he's just gonna wait. He's gonna watch you stumble and just see how many times it takes you to take a step outside. So, with that being said, it is 6 feet away. I need you to do a DC 10 6 times to see if you make it outside.
Okay. So, first roll. 3.
You eat shit right away. You try to turn around and your hoof, you thought you had normal feet for a second and you could kick off your big toe and you just go thunk. And bartender leans over the counter and looking at you. Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. I can charge extra. You okay? It just looks down at you.
Reaches into the breast pocket of his vest, pulls out another gold coin, and does his best to flick it. And he flips over after he's done that and lays back, and he's just, oh, that is very good. That is very good. Oh, that was delicious, and I feel warm, I feel happy, I can't stop smiling. Thank you so much. It knocked me on ass, but oh, it was fantastic. Beautiful taste, beautiful taste.
Still leaning over the counter looking at you. You want another one?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Yes.
Yeah, you see him just disappear behind the counter. He comes out around the counter, just slow walking. Yeah, this guy's old, man. He is rough. You can tell, like, he wakes up, his knees hurt, and he does not care about life at all. But he walks up and he just sits on the floor next to you, bringing the bottle, because, I mean, you're gonna say yes to him. Like, that's a big thing. It's his first drink that he's ever made, and here you are, just owning it. And he grabs you by a horn, lifts your head up, and shoves a pillow underneath your head, and sets a drink next to you, being like, it's not the first time. As he slams a big old glass of this drink sitting next to you.
He sort of picks himself up where he's sitting up and he's kind of holding himself with one hand. When he looks at the bottle, what does it look like?
The liquid? Or just
yeah,
the
like
bottle?
the liquid, like in the bottle. What does it look like? Is it
the bottle?
Clear? Is it...
The bottle is dark, but when it was poured into this cup, it had like a bluish, almost black look to it. Looking at it, if you want to do a perception check, because he poured you a glass.
6. I'm a little.
Yeah. You can tell there's like some interesting sparkles in it. Like it's dark, it's blue, and there's some sparkles. That's what you see. But it's sitting in front of you, so if you wanna drink it, you can.
So he gave me a glass filled with some already, and then a bottle.
No, he set the bottle down. He slammed a
Okay.
glass, but he put another little drink next to you. Same
Gotcha.
amount that what you had. So if you want to have it, you're more than welcome to.
He raises the glass to the barkeep, and he just goes, "Ugh, oh, over the teeth, Through the gums, look out, stomach, here it comes. And it takes it.
Can you give me another Constitution check?
I can't do that.
Uh-huh. We're gonna cut it in half. Okay. You makes me so mad that you can handle your guy can handle his liquor so well. You blissfully start to fall asleep. And while you're laying there, just looking at the ceiling, what you see, what everyone in this group sees, whatever you're doing, whatever you're looking at currently, you see the edge of your vision go black. It's starting to swirl and close in, almost like tornado clouds covering your eyes. As it slowly gets darker and darker to where you can't see anything in front of you. And that is where we're going to take our first little break section.
Yes! Fucking
That
good
was
job,
fun.
bud. Good
Oh
fucking
my
job.
god.
Oh,
my God.
All right. Welcome back from our quick little break. Now we're here in an orphanage. Dusty, kind of dirty. Our adventurers wake up, but they're stuck in a fog. Kind of like, when you have the flu and nothing is quite sitting right. Days are feeling kind of blurred, where you go through the motion, where your body's on autopilot. You can hear laughter of kids. You can hear all sorts of old house things, wood creaking as people are running through. And now we're going to find out exactly in the orphanage with the adventurers, what they were doing. So I guess we'll start where we started before. We're going to start out with Tilda. Immediately knew I was going to call on you when I said that. I love the pin.
Yes. This is where Tilda's at now.
Mm-hmm.
Been a couple of days. Everything feels foggy. Body feels tired. Brain's kind of foggy. And the town generally is kind of relaxing and quiet. A little too quiet, but Hilda is off. Everything just feels a little off. Not bad, exactly. Just wrong. She's staying in the blacksmith, helping out around town, fixing chairs. The orphanage has had some issues. It's quite old. Fixing old rusted bed frames, just helping out around just where she seems to see things need to be done and they're just not. So someone needs to do them. Finding little materials here and there in the smith. Going about her day by day for the last week, longer, however long it's been, because it's a little hard to tell. She's just kind of fixing things and sorting things here and there, not really interacting with townsfolk too much. Just sorting out. She's still is wearing very comfy, but fitted, worn leathers over some loose clothes. Now dusted, smudged from being in and out of the smith, working a little bit with the forge. So a little dirty, but generally still well kept. She keeps the leathers on and has a giant axe that just feels right. Can't quite place where she got it, but she knows it's hers. Feels right in her hand, the weight. So it's something that she keeps with her at her cot at night when she sleeps. She'll take the leathers and stuff down, but everything is generally within reach because being out of it just feels wrong. There's no threat. She's just is quiet. Everything about the town's quiet. She's just going about just minding her business, fixing things as they come up. As she just seems to notice, sort of minding her business quietly, but at night she is not sleeping. So each day, however many, she is getting more and more exhausted and tired because these dreams are coming in of screaming, blood, remembering battle wounds. She swears she could taste the blood in the air. She could feel the injury. She could feel herself waking up in the middle of the night, just in pain, looking down, but realizing that the scars she's getting and the injuries she's getting or dreaming about, not sure are real. There are little hundreds of thousands of scars and burns all over her open arm. A huge, deep, long healed gash on one arm to the side that well years old, and she cannot recall where or what that's from. But every night, different dreams, hillsides, blood, screaming, elves falling, dropping. Everything's faceless, so there's no exact placement, and she's just nightmares plague her. So every day she's getting up more and more exhausted, but it's just dreams. Weirder things have happened. These little scars showing up, and honestly, there's so much work to do just fixing things. As long as she is keeping her hands busy and doing all of that each day, it seems to quiet her mind for the most part until she has to go back to sleep. So she is now in the repetition of just fix, find, try and sleep, and repeat. And that is her day.
Now we're going to move to Articus to find out what Articus's day is like in the orphanage with the younglings.
At the orphanage, I mean, Articus is no small creature. He is this imposing feature of of this being. So most of my day has been filled with standing at the front gate of, around the orphanage and walking around the property, keeping help with small things here and there, make sure there's no ruckus, nobody causes any issues. Walking around the property, I feel that this sense of I needed to do something. There was something I had to finish doing. I just can't quite put my finger on it. The days are mostly filled with calm, collective, rinse and repeat. My clothes are my black leathers. Nothing too fancy along with them. But my shield and mace are still on me, as my shield is on this latch that hangs on my back that I can just kind of place and pull for releasing it. My mace is on my hip, strapped in. Most times I don't do much of the talking. Somebody's coming through and get straight to the point on it. as I feel like this is just how I've always done things here, it's still in the back of my head, something is just not quite right. Most times it feels as though that's all I do is walk the property and try to reconcile what is or isn't there.
Beautifully said. Avani, would you like to explain what your day is like at the orphanage with the younglings?
Sure. The atmosphere of being in a place with many other people that you have to be with and that you are a part of is very similar to what was before. So Avani wakes up early, very early in the morning. She walks out of her dorm and with her clothes, same clothes or something with the institution or maybe an apron that day that she was forcibly made to wear. But she puts on her apron on top of her clothes and looks for logs for the fire to warm up her kiln. Sometimes when the day is a little too cold or when the logs are too moist, she uses fire from her hands to dry them up or to have them ready for the first batch of the pots and containers she's producing for that day. So very early in the morning, she works on her craft. She does her morning exercise routine and right away goes into the storage section of the orphanage where she takes care, does inventory, keeps track of everything, checks if everything is okay, usable, what needs to be changed, what pots have broken and she needs to have new done. And that's her main job, to keep the supplies and to keep basically the pantry and the supplies good for the orphanage. Aside that, because of her nature, she is pretty easygoing and hangs out with everybody generally well. Sometimes she's asked to watch outside. So if there are outdoor activities the little ones have to do, she's going to assist and have them doing things. If someone is throwing a tantrum, she's gonna go, do you want to break something? We got some stuff to break, let's go. Or if somebody's got a bad behavior, it has to do like how do you say when you had a bad behavior at school and you got to do something?
A tantrum?
No.
Go ahead.
Discipline.
Yeah, kind of a discipline. They have to go through discipline. It's another word, but that's good. When they have to go through like a discipline moment, she takes them to her studio and have them working on the pottery. So you gotta do something of use of that energy of yourself. Are you angry? Are you mad? But look at this. You are this clay. Right now, you're angry, you had a bad behavior, you broke. So we're going to smash it to bits and reforge you into something better because you learned something. So you are a better person. Okay. Okay. Very nice. So that's how she goes. Um, the before and today are almost felt as those images that they are like two images in the same spot. They juxtapose, and you have to blink like twice. At a moment, she's looking at her room, but it's a simple room made of simple wooden furniture with clay on the walls and little pots on the window. And then she blinks again, and everything is a weird white stained wall with a bed with sheets that are dusty and odd. So she doesn't really feel things are too weird. She feels like, this really doesn't seem that different. So I'm gonna go with my day. And I'm working on, and I'm doing my things, and I'm going on doing this stuff. Because that's what I do.
And now we're going to move over to Willow and see exactly what Willow was doing in the orphanage with the younglings.
Willow has taken on a caretaker of sorts. Mostly helps with the animals, to share with the younglings and stuff. There's nothing like having moments to teach compassion and empathy in a space that seems ever routine. Each morning begins the same, or at least it feels that way. Willow wakes up before dawn, though she never remembers setting an alarm. The fog outside her window never lifts, only shifts and curls beneath. I'm sorry. Let me try again.
Fine, take your time.
Okay. Willow wakes before dawn, though she never remembers setting an alarm. The fog outside her window lifts, only shifts like curls against the glass. She dresses quietly, like while Domino stirs, stretching across her shoulders before climbing into her hood, half asleep. She feeds the small animals kept for the younglings' lessons, rabbits, songbirds, and a stray cat that refuses to leave the courtyard. Her hands move, practice familiarity, measuring herbs, checking wounds, humming lullabies she doesn't recall. Younglings arrive soon. All smiles, soft voices, but there's something off. They're always waiting for her to finish a sentence she hasn't spoken yet. They follow her through the misty halls, helping brush the animals, refill water basins. They call her Miss Willow, the tone that feels older than their small faces. Domino, always a favorite. He scurries between the children, the younglings, and a blur of black fur and white spots. The younglings laugh, delighted by his energy and the way he tires himself out, taking little naps with the younglings during the day. At the end of the day, Domino has found trinkets of the younglings, a button, a marble, a bit of ribbon, and carries them proudly to Willow. She always accepts these trinkets gently, and later returns them, never empty-handed, with a small whittled creature just for them, a fox, a bird, a rabbit carved from wood or bone. She tells the children softly, placing it in their palms, a keepsake, something just for you. When the evening falls, she closes the shutters again. The halls grow still and the air feels heavy, though the building itself is like holding its breath. She gathers Domino's close, lights a single candle. Some nights she dreams of roots crawling beneath the orphanage floors, a whispering of the forest waiting for her, beyond the fog and mist. And when she wakes, it's morning again, just like it's always been, and just like it always will be.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
All right. Fantastic. Not last, but Faust, go ahead and tell us what your day was like in the orphanage with all the younglings.
He usually wakes up just before dawn, and he'll tap his necklace, and some art supplies will come out. Just whatever he's feeling that particular day. It's usually painting. And he'll set up his easel and he'll paint just anything that pops into his head, but they always feel unfinished, as if they're memories that you remember when you're trying to remember your childhood. You can remember the feeling, you can remember certain details. Like there was a sunshine coming through a window that was hitting your face, so it was making it kind of hard to see. So everything was out of focus and you can't really nail down particular details of it, but you remember it. And he'll have stacks of 10 to 15 paintings just scattered around the room, all unfinished. You'll stare at them and just ponder, asking, something is missing. I'll figure it out later. And then he'll get dressed, pick up lesson plans for the day, and then head to his class to wait for the younglings so that he can, depending on the day, either teach them a new instrument, teach them how to paint, teach them poetry, so that they have ways of expressing themselves when they're angry, they're sad, they're happy, they're excited about something. So they have an avenue for how they're feeling, so it doesn't branch out in not necessarily unhealthy ways, but so they have a focus of what they know that they can do. And he'll take them around and show them nature, show them people working, and ask them how this makes them feel. What do they think about this? How does this affect them? And then when that day is done, he'll give them constructive criticism on how to improve certain things, how to get something the way that they want it without having to get frustrated. And then once the younglings have disappeared, gone on with the rest of their day, wander, get inspiration for different things, talk to some people that he notices, and just make sure everyone is feeling good and that they're happy. And even if they're not happy, he will let them know that it's okay to be sad or it's okay to be angry. And then he'll head back to his room and try to figure out what's wrong with his paintings, what's missing. And he'll play himself a little tune. Maybe see if he can sneak a couple drinks. Maybe find some of his friends when everyone else has gone to bed, so they can have little bets here and there, little matches of gambling, playing cards, dice. And he'll head back to his room before it gets too late, and then settle down for his rest, and then start the whole process over.
I like it. You guys all did amazing on those descriptions. So, on this day, there's a little youngling, tiefling, who comes up to our lovely giant Articus. He's standing in the hall, comes up, and he's looking outside. This little, tiny in comparison, looking up, going, half the time you talk about being lost, but you're here, so at least I'm not. And she just goes and skips off to go outside. This is another youngling petting some of the animals and collecting the fur and everything to put it in a bag to bring it to Willow to have like just a little collection because it was just something that they did. You'd see other younglings in the side room on the other side just trying to play music horribly, but they're trying to play music. Now I need everybody to do a history or arcana check. DC will be a 15. Holy cow. Okay. You know what? All right, I'm going to call on you guys one at a time. Just say what you got. All right. Tilda.
6.
Just another day. Articus.
21.
Was that a nat 20 with a +1?
Mm-hmm. No, that was it's a dirty 21.
Okay.
It's 17 plus 4.
Dang.
You said history.
It's true. You standing there as this youngling runs off have a quick, vivid flash of what happened before you were here. You remember holding on to the chieftain, pulling him away, and all of a sudden your hand letting go as this spike lifts him off the ground. Reaching out, trying to grab him. Oof. You're right back where you're standing, but you're starting to remember. Okay. Bonnie, what did you get?
8.
Just another lovely day making pots. Okay. Willow, what did you get?
21.
Dirty 20?
No.
The 20? Like nat 20?
No, it's not. It's dirty, yeah. But
Okay.
13 plus 8.
Okay. Was that a history? Oh, that was Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
You feel something. You feel like something was taken from him. You can tell that there's magic here. You can't tell exactly where it's coming from, but you can tell that something about you is being tampered with and you need to leave. Like it is giving you the worst ick and you need to get everybody and go.
Okay.
And Faust, what did you get?
Dirty 23, 19 plus 4 for history.
You were intoxicated. You don't remember much, but you remember you didn't come here. You remember laying on the floor and hanging out with the bartender when this happened.
Gotcha.
No, that was that history? Arcana?
No, it was history.
Okay. All right. So, that is what you guys feel currently. Is there anything that you guys would like? Oh, no. Okay. I got confused. That is what is going on currently. Is there anything you guys would like to do with the knowledge that you have now? This is end of day. You guys are all around each other. Willow had their hand up first.
I would like to start gathering the younglings just more that whole unease about it. They should be heading to bed. It's towards the end of the day. But that unease is we need to move. I'm going to be looking out for our groundskeeper, essentially. See if I can see Articus anywhere. Checking in, seeing, did something happen? Do I see Articus by chance?
Tilda, your hands up.
I was
All
gonna
right.
respond right before you said the looking for Articus part. I was gonna respond to your spoken part.
Go ahead. Well,
If we're around each other,
Mm-hmm.
my first response would be, "What on ease are you talking about? What on ease? The
something's
normal
thicker
night."
in the air. It doesn't feel like we belong here. Something's missing, and we need to move.
Did I burn the wrong logs?
Not a smell.
Oh, I could take. Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, it's really not a smell, but just I don't feel safe.
Oh, right. Um, when did it begin? When did you first notice?
I don't know, maybe it's been lingering there for some time, but something just now. A snap, a second. But we need to go somewhere else. We need to get out of where we are right now. I start telling the children to come with me to help me with like the animals, because they're always going to be about the animals. The younglings automatically would be very eager. I'll have Domino just chirp up a little bit and see if he can entice them to stay nearby.
Van is going to step next to Tilda and go. You think it's her animal sense clicking? Or something?
Honestly,
Go ahead.
honestly, I couldn't tell you. I don't know or really care, but if something
Hmm.
feels off, it's worth at least looking around or keeping an eye out. It's most likely someone who's a little over anxious, maybe, but it's not worth not losing some sleep over. So while she gathers all them up,
Mhm.
I'll go park outside the door for the night and see if anything odd happens in our extremely quiet town because lords know, gods know, I'm not sleeping anyway. I'm gonna gather my axe and kind of follow along the direction that Willow's going.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll be around if you need me then, I guess.
Faust.
When I got that kind of memory flashback, was was that happening when I was around people or when I was alone, when I was with the younglings?
When you were walking in the hall, you had that. So you were kind of close to Articus.
Hmm. From traveling around and kind of going from place to place and knowing what it feels to be watched and not know who is doing the watching, can I look around? Because that would give me that same feeling of there's something wrong. Could I look around to see if I see anyone that is suspicious?
Sure. Do a perception check. We'll call it a 19 now. Holy you got a nat
That's
20.
a nat 20.
All right. You immediately, you look around, you can't see it, but you know something's watching. Right now, in your current moment, it is watching, and it's becoming very angry based off of what's happening currently. It's kind of like the hairs on the back of your neck go up.
Do I hear anything? Do I?
You literally just it feels like a nail on chalkboard as you're standing there, and it's a continuous, like there's no end to this noise while this thing is looking at you. It's almost like someone is hitting a really high pitch on one of your instruments.
Do I feel it coming from a certain direction, or is it almost like all encompassing?
It's like stereo. It's all around you.
Oh, okay. I'm going to look around, and you said I was near Articus?
Mhm.
Was there anyone else nearby, or was it just Articus?
The other three were close to the kill area.
Gotcha.
It's the end of the day.
I'm going to try my best to steel my nerves, to not make it look like I am aware that I am being watched. Just kind of like if scratch my nose as if something was messing with it, and then I'll, as gently as I can, walk over to Articus and get as close as I can to him and whisper very softly, "I think we are being watched. I don't know by what or by who, but it feels as if it's all around us."
I mean, it makes sense. Stuff doesn't seem right in this first place. Something's off here. I can't put my finger on it, but something is off.
And then Faust will... He's not sure how to feel, so he's going to kind of go to back to his room, since it's near the end of the day, and he's going to start going through his paintings, all of the ones that are unfinished, and see if he can find any of them that correlate with the memory that he remembered, that flash.
Go ahead and roll a investigation, but in the meantime, real quick, Echo, Darian, roll history or arcana, and then Norse, go ahead. Norse had a all hand.
You earlier you stated I saw a youngling run off
She ran
by
off.
themselves.
She ran off to go join the other ones that were outside. Yeah, so she
The
went.
other youngling.
Yeah, she went off to the left into the side yard.
Okay. I wanted to clarify if that was with the other ones or if they were on their own. Okay. I mean, as Faust was walking back, I'm gonna continue to kind of keep an eye out, weary, pay attention to the surroundings, and how certain things are feeling for me, I guess.
Mhm. Go ahead, Willa.
Can't. What is the nearest structure to us that I'm kind of ushering the younglings to? I didn't. I meant to ask when I was first ushering them. But what is the nearest structure that we technically can get to?
Uh, you'll go outside with the younglings and you'll have the animals out there. But when you're out there, you see woods from that direction. You've actually don't recall going out the front door.
What?
You've never gone out the front door.
Can I? And I'm aware of this shift and this change suddenly from A to B. How many younglings do I have currently with me?
Probably about, we're gonna say about 30 with you currently.
About 30. I'm gonna beckon to my basically the coworkers, my team, and everything like that. That I need more eyes. The unease just it takes too much from me. So having more with me would help a lot. I mean, Domino picks up quite a bit, helping like scurry amongst the younglings, but I need more, like hands and eyes with me.
Tilda.
Keep in mind when you had started the ushering, a couple seconds after, I'm also following behind you with the group of younglings. So I'm kind of like you, them. I'm kind of at the back end of the group, but I am quietly following behind.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Okay.
one set that has been with you for wherever direction you're going.
Two things, real quick, with the 10 that you rolled, Tilda. You have a quick. You don't see anything, but all you hear is volley, and it's loud and it's deafening. And Vani, you remember you had an order you had to go do, but you don't know where. But it's in your head. It's kind of like a weird daze, and then we're gonna go over to Faust.
For my investigation, I got a 17, 15 plus 2.
Okay. You're looking at these, and you notice the second one it starts as a black painting, and then it goes into a blue swirl. It has these little sparkles in it. And it looks familiar. You can't place it, but you've seen this. You don't know where this color is. But it looks. Oh, wait, that's it. That's exactly what your drink looked like that you were having then. That he served you black with some blue with some sparkles in it. So, you know that some time has passed, but you've drawn this, and you remember seeing it before you were here.
Do I remember? Because do I remember falling asleep with the bottle? Because he had put the bottle in the cup with me.
He put the cup. There was a cup in front of you. You do not remember falling asleep.
Could I search the room or search my room for if that bottle is with me?
Go ahead and roll a quick investigation.
That's a natural 20. 22.
in that chest that's next to your paintings, you see that there's a cork lid sitting there.
Mhm.
And it has dust on it. You move the stuff out of the way, and it's just caked in dust. And you pull it up, and there's that bottle sitting there, half drank. As you rub your hand over it, you can literally wipe off a cake layer of dust. Until it hasn't been touched in quite some time.
I'm gonna take the bottle and just carry it, but I'm going to run out of my room to go find the others and let them know once I see them that some time has passed. But that's what I'm gonna be doing.
And Willow?
Since I'm uneased by the shift that happened, can I do a quick investigation of the forest? And then assess how far am I away from the kennels now, or the animals?
That's okay. So you're in the side lot area where they would show up. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll for it. 13. You can tell the woods are, from what you can see, it looks about 100 feet, but you can also see there's a fog that kind of goes around. So
Yeah.
trying to look past that seems a little difficult. Tilda, can you do another history check? 12. At this time, you remember that camp night, that sitting there by the campfire, eating a piece of meat while the chieftain was standing on the table, and you have a quick memory of just before he did that, of him sitting on the edge of the bench next to you, looking at you, saying, tonight is going to be a difficult night. But just know, no matter what, I'm proud of you. And he stands up and he gets on the bench to deliver his speech to everybody. And just like that, you're back where you were.
Okay. That hit me awake and walking. It's gonna give me pause for a moment to kind of, watch it, and then I'm looking in the direction of where Willow and the younglings are going, looking kind of meandering. But at this point, I've kind of stopped for a moment to kind of sit in that. 'Cause every off thing that has happened is generally light dreams. That was fully awake. Do I just see that at that moment, or do I
it
remember who that was? Like,
who the chieftain is.
to me,
The
I
chieftain,
recognize.
you see that moment, and it is so vivid that you can feel like you could reach out and touch him and pat him on the shoulder, kind of like what he did for you when you were young and helped train you to be the fighter that you are.
Okay, um, that's something. So that tiefling might be onto something. At this point, I'm going to try to catch up to Willow. Well, not running, but necessarily a little more jog in my step and catch up. Like, exactly how off is off again?
That would be to you, Willow.
Okay, just making sure. We need to move. It is off enough that even trying to coax Domino to interact with the younglings, he is not leaving my side. I'm going to trust that instinct that we need to move. We need to get the younglings somewhere else. We need to assess what's going on. Something is missing, something is wrong. We need to move. More shaky in her voice as things are so disorienting. Patches and coming and are going, and I'm watching each of you guys assess the space differently.
Okay. Well, looking around, you said about 30. Good handful.
Good handful with us, yes.
Um, the orphanage might, for the moment, be the best place for this many until we figure out what's going on. I'm not exactly magically inclined, but hallucinations aren't normal for me either. Something is very, very off.
Let's work together to head back to the orphanage and get inside. Distraction or not, we do need to move.
Agreed. I think you take the lead. They're
All right.
more comfortable with you, most likely. I'm gonna stay outside and see if I can hunt down a couple extra hands.
Okay.
Get some more help for us. So if you want to do that, I'm going to go and try and hunt down some of the others I've seen and see if we can figure out if anyone else is feeling as odd as us. And
All right. I'll
I'm
watch the
walking.
front as best I can. You take the back.
I'm going to leave Willow to younglings and try and head back a little bit, see who out of the others who I can see. But do I see anyone within general range? I have 120 feet of dark vision, so if it's night, I can see just fine. But is anyone like nearby where we're at?
As soon as you guys started instructing, they immediately started going inside. Everybody. So, real quick, I need Avani, to do
Avani.
Yeah, Avani, history or arcana.
I had a roll.
Mm-hmm.
I had a roll. Hold on.
You had a roll earlier, and that was the history and remembering that you had an order that you had to do.
Yeah, so I need to do one more. Okay.
Yes.
When I had that glimpse of, I had that word that I had to do, but let me check. So I walk back to the supply office, and I will run really quick through the books, through the notes, through the agendas to see if there was some things that I was scheduled to do that I was missing. And I'm like quickly scanning and taking a look. I'm not outside right away. And I'm trying to check those. And I don't feel like I'm gonna find any viable information. I was like, well, but I'm so sure I had something I had to do. What am I missing? What it was? What is it? I'll roll the history now. It is a 13.
13. You remember that you were supposed to go and see elves and help them with a delivery somewhere. But you're supposed to be there by dawn.
Oh. All right.
I need everybody to roll insight. And then I'll ask you guys in a moment. All right. Tilda, what'd you get?
15.
15. Articus?
Forgot I was on the mute there. I had 14.
Avani? Okay.
1 again.
Okay. Done that one. So, Willa.
I forgot I muted too. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
23.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Elotro had the perception earlier to know he was being watched, so it's going to hit Elotro the hardest. Elotro's running with this bottle to get to Articus, and he's going to have a vivid flash of something that will scare him, and every one of you will have this as well. Okay, Faust, running with the bottle, falls, but not because he trips, but because of the memory that he just had. He just thought of the day before teaching this class with children. And now this day, he taught a class, but he remembers sitting there, looking at all these younglings. And it's a vivid flash to where this room that was full of joy and laughter and music being played, chairs full of people sitting down. He sees it for what it is. It's a dark room with dust on the seats. There was no younglings there. And he falls and he thinks about everything. He thinks about every single person that he's talked to recently. Articus takes a knee in the hall, thinking about that little one that just ran up saying thank you. The only footprints in that building to all of you are the footprints that you made. All of you take your time. You look around, there is no younglings. The beds that were made were never laid in. The pots that were made were never used. the Articus who went out and guarded wasn't guarding anything. He would go out and just stand and look at the fog. The animals that would come up and play would just come up and sit there. And it would be like vivid images dancing behind Willow's eyes. And you get the notion you need to leave. All of you. Go ahead, Avani.
Everybody has the same awareness?
Everybody has somewhat the same. When you look down at the hardwood floors, you notice that there are no youngling footprints in the dust that is on the ground. The only people in there are you five.
Okay. In the sudden awareness that we were the only actual beings in the place, we all have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Faust, go ahead, but I want you to roll a nat 20 for your sanity.
Wait, I have to roll a nat 20 or
No,
roll a d20?
roll a d20 for your sanity.
Oh, okay. I was like, hey, that was a freak accident. Don't do that to me.
We're gonna call it a difficulty of 10.
No, that's my first low one. That's my 8. That's where the dichotomy, the balance.
You feel this is psychologically affecting you. This is not good. This is 1 point towards your sanity taken.
Gotcha. I pick myself up off the ground. Have the bottle in hand and because I was running from my room to go look for everyone. Is everyone still in about the same place, or have we kind of spread out?
At this time, everybody is pretty much going that one hallway that goes all the way down.
Once I see them, I'm gonna run up. Clap, 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 clap. And once I get to them, first off, this is very weird and I don't like it. Secondly, this bottle is covered in dust and half drunk. I hope it was me because I will be angry with myself because it's very good, and if it was wasted, anyways. We have been here for who knows how long? There is something here, watching us right now. We need to leave immediately. Do I sense that same all-encompassing eyes on me still, or has it become more like precise?
Roll perception.
Gotcha. There's that 10 that I needed.
You hear a faint squealing sound, but you're not 100% aware.
Gotcha.
Yes, Willow.
That's what I've been saying this entire time. Where are we at this point? Is this still even an orphanage? How long have we been here? That same eerie feeling like ripping at me. Something has been taken, missing, and gone. All this is making more sense. Can I roll for Arcana to investigate this new surroundings that we're in?
You can. And Vani, I
Would
saw
like
you
to.
raise your hand.
Do you want me to go wait on my roll or go ahead and do that roll and let them go on in the meantime?
Go ahead and do your roll, Avani. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Avani is walking walking back from where she was and finds them and hears Faust and is kind of, what are you talking about? And realizing actually slowly what is around her and what is actually going on. That's not so odd to have a place suddenly filled, a place suddenly empty, because it would be something that would come and go, but the sense of emptiness that it brings now and seeing that the whole alertness in this draw that everybody is sensing and experiencing and sharing, because dirt is something that she's used to. And you guys actually want us to leave, but where were you then? And to live where to? Where were you before? And where are we going to?
Tilda.
After that, and also nodding towards Willow and Faust, I think we can all agree something is absolutely fucked here. So at this point, unless we know where we are, which it doesn't seem to be the case, we just need to go. So if anyone has an innate magical sense of direction, that would be great. Otherwise, we should probably pick a direction and be anywhere but here. Staying doesn't seem like a good option, especially considering I'm pretty sure we had a mass hallucination for who knows how long. So, is it just us, the five? Because if that's every six, sorry, the small furry, little one, six of us. If it is just the six of us, and everything else is gone in dust, we should go before we also become gone and dust. Agreed?
Who has something to add or
Nars
input?
Mego, I have had a question
Okay.
to the group.
Outside, you said I remembered holding the war chief.
Mm-hmm.
Had that flashback.
Mm-hmm.
Do I remember him handing me the necklace? Or am I still not quite there? I just have that remembrance of holding him.
Roll for history.
That'd be a dirty 20.
You remember him holding it out and you putting your hand on it. So if you have it, it would be in your room. Because that's the only logical place. If it's not on your person, it would be in your room.
Okay.
So you would have to leave the group to go and search. And then
Okay.
Willow, you did get a 15. You do sense there is a magic in the air. Um, you can tell that this is dense with magic. Also, because of you doing that and trying to focus, Articus was able to pick up off of that. Because the barrier of what was you guys saw to what is now is slowly fading. So everything is becoming more and more clear.
I am going to have to stop Tilda and be like, you need to come with me. There's something in my room, and I feel like you would understand it better than anybody else.
Right now,
Right
in
now.
your room.
I'm telling you right now, I was with the war chief. I was there. I'm holding him. I have his necklace in my hand. It is not on me. That's just. I need you to come with me, because if it is there, then you know what to do, and you know what it means. If it's there, I don't know these people, but at least with you, I do actually know who you are and what you've done. I'm headed there now.
In this moment, from what was just said, do I have any recollection of Articus? Because I was facing away. I could hear, but I was facing generally away for a lot of that. So do I have any memory of Articus?
When you were sitting there and the chieftain was sitting down next to you talking, you remember seeing him just a few feet back, leaning over his shield, just looking around, but he was there.
All right. I'm going to turn towards Willow for a moment. And House. Everyone. He's telling the truth. I don't understand what's going on. So we will be back quickly. But if there is anything you need before we leave, I suggest you get it now.
Willow.
I don't trust you going off alone, even in pairs of two. We've been in a magical domain for who knows how long, and it's suddenly lifted, it's disappearing. This is not the same place that we were. Nothing about this place where we currently are feels safe. And dividing up in groups is never smart.
Agreed.
We need to go together. If there's anything that we need to get it now. If this is where we're going, I understand this is y'all's history. Wherever you guys came from, you guys happen to know each other. I don't know any of you. But I'm going to trust you and move forward. I will stick with you. But I don't trust where we are. We need to go. Let's make it quick and move forward. I hope the others can agree to stick together.
This time,
I'm okay with sticking together. I was going to ask, if he's got a bottle from wherever he was before, who else has things? And where were they? In this current circumstance? Because I don't know if I have my things, if my things are my things in my room anymore. Should I check? Can I check? Are each of you going to your rooms and checking? And we meet in a minute? Or are we going group? We are hanging out as a group and going to each one of our dorms together. What are
I
we
would
doing
suggest, since the rooms, I'm assuming, are all within that same corridor. Each room is, right? Let's keep at least two of us in the hallway, while the rest of us, wherever it is, we can at least keep noise and shout and try to have eyes.
All right.
I would like Willow and then Tilda. Because Willow had their hand up first, then Tilda. Go ahead.
I don't feel I have anything besides myself and Domino, who this is all I know. The rest of this, I'm completely disconnected at this point. It's always had that pull of something was off, and I just continued on because it somehow still felt right, but how it feels now, it is time to go. I vote staying in groups. Tactfully, yes, I totally agree with Articus. Just in earshots, arm's reach, but let's tackle our spaces. As much as I feel like I don't have anything I could grab, maybe one of my figures. They're really here.
Then it would be Tilda.
All right. There's no no's so far. Sticking together is the option. All of our rooms, from what I can kind of recall, seeing you this week, are in the same place. Let's go as a group. Let's go quickly, room by room. If it's actually yours, or you think so, or it's important, get it, and then we're gone. So we need to get moving, move fast, and figure out where we're going as soon as we're done. So if it's not important, ditch it. So I'm going to start walking in the direction of where we need to go because we've been standing and talking, I feel, too long. So
Following
if
along
there's
as well.
more, I'm going to start making my way towards where we need to be headed.
Faust.
I'm going to keep, while we're moving in a group, I'm going to keep an ear out
Mhm.
for that noise that I heard, that I couldn't exactly tell where it was coming from, because it wasn't from us, since we were all ready together.
Okay. When, if you guys are all heading towards the hall, go ahead and roll a perception check.
10.
Okay.
12.
12. Willow got 11. Tilda got a 23. Bonnie got 7. Tilda, when you get in that hall, it feels like someone is screaming in your ears, but only you can hear it. The nail on chalkboard, but louder. And it sounds like it's close, and then when it gets farther and farther away, it just goes from a loud scream to just music playing in the distance, just soft dun 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 dun, and it just continues playing. You're not sure where it's coming from. Yes.
My reaction. Instant reaction to that is I'm gonna stop as I'm hearing the screaming and as we're all still moving towards where we're going while I'm hearing this look and see no one else reacting to it and just faster. Okay. Pick it up. We need to move faster. Whatever it is, move faster. And please, someone tell me they can hear music. And I'm not the only one.
Nope. I don't hear anything.
No,
I'm not hearing anything.
I thought this was empty.
Music.
Okay. Music. Okay. Move faster.
Well, let's make
Everyone,
it quicker. Okay.
pick it up. Room by room.
Am I close enough to my room yet?
Everybody is in that hall, pretty much right next to your room. If you guys want to, except for Elotra. Elotra already investigated his room because he was quicker than me. Everyone, roll investigation to go check your room. I will tell you what you find.
While
Nope,
everyone's
that was the
doing
wrong
that,
one.
I'm gonna go in and take all my art supplies and any of my musical instruments and put them into my necklace.
Mhm.
And then I'm all good and I'm waiting in the hall.
As everyone starts working through, consistently a life check. You still there? You still good? No one's gone anywhere. We're all still together, right?
Tilda.
My room is. I have no need. I have my leathers on me and my axe. I have no other object. I
Okay.
have been slightly field tied to. I have no need of
Okay.
looking for my room.
Articus, what did you get on your check?
18.
18. You find it. Sitting there. Dried blood. Hanging on bone. Multiple pieces with runes carved very delicately. Some of them, you can tell that multiple people worked on making this.
I just kind of pause. Like this wave of emotions comes crashing in that I understand that the importance and how this needs to get on. Just staring at it, I can't really take my eyes off it. Tilda, here, I think this is for you.
I'm at my name. I'm going to turn. And I remember from the flashbacks, I know exactly what this is. I know that it belongs in the hands of someone who didn't quite remember necessarily me, but that chieftain was more than that. That I can't remember fully why, but they were everything to me, and it is just I can feel how important it is that I'm very gentle and ginger in taking this, knowing it is not by any means fragile or going to break, but it feels memory wise like picking up a relic. I'm honestly uncertain what to do with it just because honestly I'm going to ask like do you I remember him falling. I don't remember more than that. Are you giving this to me to hold or
I
protect?
don't know. There was the shouting. You were over there. I turned and he wasn't even on the ground. His feet were dangling.
Eh,
I killed him and I held him. He
You
gave it
failed
to
to
me and
save
told
him.
me to give it to you.
He told you to give it.
Yeah. Formation was right. Everything we did in that situation was right. But something came from underneath me, from behind me, and just right through him.
Handing this down means taking your place. I All I can remember is that we failed and our chieftain died. That all I remember is blood and screaming, and he fell.
Yeah.
So if I take this, that is taking his place after we let him die. But I, I, I'm not often uncertain, but in this moment, I don't think we have time for uncertainty.
I guess
So
you're gonna start calling you boss then.
maybe another day. For now, Tilda's fine.
All right.
I'm going to take the necklace, put it into my pack, and decide what we do with that later. Putting that on is either the greatest honor or dishonor, possibly of my life, but we can't remember enough.
Well,
So we're gonna keep
let's
that
keep this.
safe.
Let's keep this quiet then for a while because we don't know, and if anyone else gets their hands on that, that's a
the
can of
ring.
worms we don't fucking need.
That's the leader. But I don't even. I'm still having so much trouble remembering. But let's deal with that. We have immediate danger
Yeah.
now. Let's deal with this later. Put it in my pack.
I'm ready to
Just
go.
get-
There's nothing else.
Let's get the others out and let's just get out of here and we can try and figure out what's going on later. So let's just get them going or turn towards
The
the rest.
doorway and walk out.
See where is everyone quite finished? Are they still investigating?
Then, Avani, what did you roll?
I rolled like. Oh, hold on. I rolled a 7. I rolled a
7?
6. Yeah.
It just seems kind of the same, except for you notice all the dust throughout the whole room. The only part that doesn't have dust is where your body was laying day after day in the same exact spot.
Can I find a quarterstaff?
There is no quarterstaff.
No quarterstaff. Okay. I entered the room, and I entered the room at first kind of hopeful. Like, oh, this is so weird. Everything's so odd. It doesn't look like that before. What's going on? And what? There was supposed to have something here. Where? Huh. And she stops and is processing a little bit more of everything and not really okay, but still a little puzzled. She looks around and she's nothing, and she's walking out and closes the door. And she's like stopped in her tracks a little bit with the group, but in her mind now, and trying to find where the things were actually the things and where they were not. It's finally getting the trigger of no, it's actually something odd in her every day. It felt so normal, it felt so natural so far. In well, she's in the corridor in thinking.
Go ahead and give me a
Right now.
sanity check.
Sanity?
Sanity, so roll a d20. And then, Willa, what did you roll for your investigation?
I booped it. It was a 22.
22. You open the chest that's in your room,
Mhm.
and you see a collection of wood carvings. Like, you would go out and you would carve one of these, and every day you would bring them in and drop them in that chest. And it is full.
Yes.
There is wolves, there are crows made of bone, made of wood. You see that you've even tried exploring and trying to carve one out of a piece of clay from the pottery area. Like, there are so many in there.
I can't even estimate how many.
You would think at least 100. At least.
All right. Can I just grab my pack, essentially my alchemist pack and
Okay.
stuff like that, to have that on me? It has my water and everything in it, and I'm so disoriented by the space. I need to step away. Everything I normally cherish or keep with me is all in that pack.
So you guys grab your stuff. Vani, what did you roll for your sanity?
8.
And so, right there, you feel that slight break in the back of your mind. Something pulling at it. -1 sanity. And at this moment, you guys have explored your rooms. You have figured out that something here is a massive lie. And you need to leave. And then you all hear music. Da, da, da. As the edges of your eyes start to spin again, fading into darkness. All of you standing in the middle of this hall collapse. And that's it. It's the end of the first episode, everybody. How do you guys feel?
Fuck you.
Oh God!
How dare you?
Rude!
Why?
Oh,
You know what? You know what?
yes.
You are very, very close to being a blue falcon right now, sir.
Oh, I'm going to leave that in. Enjoy the night, everybody. Welcome to the season, We Who Were Forgotten. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Guys, make sure you vote who you want to bless and who you want to curse. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
No.